I'm just going to frame you a little bit better. We're about the same height, so I'm just going to give a little extra leeway. Cool.
Yeah, I'm 5'6" on a good day.
I'm 5'7".
Yeah, I mean, I think I am maybe 5'7", but...
So, you just hold it like this, directly to your mouth since it's directable. Otherwise, we're going to get shitty audio from that, which is the other.
Gotcha.
This is a good start, and then I'm going to have the lavaliers soon. So, nice.
Oh, the lavaliers, those are the...
The mics, yeah, the ones that clip on your collar.
The little clip, yeah. That's what I used when I was doing my Broadway experiences.
Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm like on the verge of kind of I mean, I wouldn't say exploding, but
yeah,
I'm finally at a point in my life where I have the maturity, the ambition, the know-how, the tools, and the relative exposure to be able to, actually make a name for myself.
Nice. And bagels.
Well, I mean, the thing is, my experience, I mean, maybe I'll just start from the beginning, I guess, because
we've had conversations, but other people don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just like, I have a lot of experience in my past that has, given me where, to the point where, like, I'll start from when I moved to Austin. Like, I didn't know anyone here really except for my folks, and but I knew one guy back from actually from the synagogue that I went to. And, he was a chef here.
Okay,
he still is, and so when I got into town, we went to lunch with him. I said, "Hey, I kind of moved here on a whim.
I'm just gonna get some. I'm listening. I'm just gonna get something right over here."
Yeah, no worries. So I moved here on a whim, and so we went to lunch with him, and I was like, "All right, dude, where do I live? Where do I work?" And he said, first of all, East Austin is kind of the place to live right now, but also,
okay.
What? And I was like,
I forgot I'm allergic to cats. Your cat was so cute.
Oh.
My eyes were itching.
Oh, no worries, man. I'm actually allergic too.
But, you have two of them.
Yeah, well,
all right, let's go back.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to explain why I'm dropping stuff in my eye.
No worries. As long as it's not LSD. No.
Maybe.
Well, little.
Whoa, your face is so colorful.
Is it? Oh. I was like, oh, am I blushing?
No, I was blushing.
So,
and I'm driving you back too.
So this guy, so he told me where to live, and I was like, all right, where should I work? And he was like, all right, well, here's like the top 5 places that I think you should check out. But honestly, with your pedigree, working where you have in New York at these, Michelin rated restaurants, you can get a job anywhere you want, doing anything you want. And I was kind of flattered, but I was also kind of incredulous. Yeah. Because I didn't know the scene here that well. Like, I know that there's food trucks. I didn't know there was a
food trucks are fucking boss.
Right, and that's the big thing here. But there's also, like, a really, like, an exploding food scene, not just with Tex-Mex or interior Mexican, but also a lot of really cool, like, not just farm to table, but really like heralding the ingredients, using them in really interesting ways, going from what I believe,
I'm gonna ask you to tilt
like
that.
this.
Yeah, it's perfect. Just make sure it's like pointed at your mouth.
Yeah, no worries.
Not necessarily exactly, but like near. Exactly. Gotta eat it.
You've heard like snout to tail.
I have not heard snout to tail.
So snout to tail refers to using all of the animal. So if you're gonna raise something, kill something.
Okay, like the bones are used for something like
exactly, and literally
like bone folders.
Yeah. Or is that
these are tools that I use for bookbinding. This one's actually a vintage leather opener that's ivory.
Oh, cool!
I
Very
wouldn't
cool.
buy newly harvested ivory, obviously, but that one.
Yeah, right.
That one's from a vintage store. It's old, and there's nothing wrong with using ivory that's already been harvested when it was legal.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. In fact,
this one's just bone. I totally understand that.
This one's just bone.
Bone?
Probably calf. I'm probably not calf. Probably cow. I'm guessing. I'm not sure though.
My grandfather had some cool like he had a monkey skeleton.
Oh, crazy!
Which terrified me as a kid, but
yeah. But so this would be like snot the tail. They'd like take their bones, use them for
exactly
calcium
like
or whatever.
For example, so when I was working at Blue Hill at Stone Barns, which is the premier farm to table restaurant in the world, and was rated twice best restaurant in the country.
You said your father?
No. This is Blue Hill at Stone Barns.
Who worked there?
I know. I worked
you were.
there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
I'm thinking about your grandfather, who was the first. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. I want to finish this.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We'll bounce around.
Up.
But so Dan Barber, who is, if you ever seen Chef's Table, he's the.
I think I've like. It was Netflix, right? I think it was like a trailer at one point. But I didn't see it.
I think there's like 5 seasons now. But he was the second episode of the first season, and that whole operation is all about snout to tail. Literally, we would like use the snout of the pig and make a dish out of it. We would take the bones, make a stock, and then we take the bones again and make a second weaker stock and 4 or 5.
Nice.
And so, but then there's another term which is like root system, which is
for food, for plants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that here now with places like Barley Swine, Emmer and Rye, and also where I worked when I first moved here, which was Locadoro.
Okay.
Which is that friend of mine, he recommended Emmer, Barley, a couple other places in Locadoro.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know anything about it, and went in for an interview. It turns out that him and I worked together at a Gramercy Tavern. But
is that in the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Brooklyn?
it's a 2 Michelin Star restaurant.
Nice.
Tom Colicchio from what's it called? Top Chef.
Okay.
He opened it, and
good for him.
But then he sold it to Michael Anthony, who was the first chef de cuisine of Blue Hill at Stone Barns, where I worked.
Okay.
It's this weird kind of,
So it's a close knit community.
It's all
everyone knows each other.
It's either incest or hatred. So
it's like the movie industry, but for food.
Yeah, no, it really is though. I mean, like, if you, especially in Austin, it's such a small town that I mean, you look on Eater or even you just go on Instagram and you're like,
my friend got a job as a waiter at Provision in Domain. It was one of and he's like he interviewed at there. He said there were 3 really high end restaurants. There were like. There was Fix Southern Food. Yeah,
Fix that was one of the places that my buddy named.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that he named,
or that he not named. I mean that he said recommended that I work at.
I thought he made the name. And then he interviewed at Provision, and there's one other place he didn't interview yet, but he got an offer from Provision, so he took it. But
sure.
That one's also new, so that's probably why your friend didn't mention it because it's like less than a year old. Or something.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with the place, but Locadoro, where I ended up working, actually was they were barely into their first year.
Yeah.
It's been rated the best restaurant in Austin 2 or 3 times.
Nice. So what is a sous chef? I don't know what that means.
Right. So the way that the kitchen brigade system works, it's actually
kitchen brigade.
Yeah, kitchen
Galley
brigade.
crew.
The brigade. Ouais.
Très bien.
Très bien. Ouais.
Comment ça marche? Comment ça marche?
La
cuisine.
Yeah. How does it work? Right? So
you speak. Well, you can't not speak French. You're a cook.
Well, that's the thing. Most cooks speak broken kitchen Spanish, if at best.
Okay, fair enough.
But so Escoffier, who basically he is kind of the grandpappy of cuisine. I mean,
I think I've seen it. There's like a company called that or something.
Well, there's a culinary school here named after him.
That's it. Yeah.
But his father was in the military, and he used that knowledge of the hierarchical system of the chain of command to literally codify the way in which a kitchen brigade is supposed to function.
Gotcha.
So you have You have your chef, and nowadays you have like, I hate the term executive chef, because for me executive chef means that you're running like a Marriott, or you're running 10 restaurants or franchises. But you have your chef owner. And then sometimes under them is the chef de cuisine, which is the one that's really running the day to day. But the sous chefs are really doing a lot of the harder work, which is they're doing the inventory. They're often doing recipe testing. Sometimes doing recipes. They're managing all the cooks.
So it's like a mixture between manager and general manager.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
The chef, the cuisine is like the general manager.
It's the ass man. It's the assistant manager, more or less. And
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, so basically, like, if you're then you sous chef, and then you have your like chef de partie, which are your like, your line cooks. Yeah. Sometimes there's an intermediary position called a tournant, which is like
I think I've seen that word.
It's like a sous chef in training. Okay. They're basically like, they can work any station, they can do anything, and they have some authority.
It's like shift leader, sort of.
Yeah, kind of. And they're kind of like utility. It's like, if someone doesn't show up, or if someone's in the the term like in the weeds or in the shit, means like someone's going down or they need help. And then you jump in on you have to know how to make every single dish on every single station.
It's got to be intense.
Right, but the sous chef also has to be able to do that, but the sous chef is also often like, they're managing the people. Yeah. They have to know exactly every single thing that's in the walk-in fridges. Oh, jeez. They have to know all the inventory, every single dish. They have to anticipate the chef's needs and wants. And they're like, I'm in the pass. The pass is, where the food is plated at nicer places. Yeah, the pass is like...
that's where it's ready? It's here where it's ready, and then the bussers go out and take it out.
Exactly. And so, I mean, as a sous chef, I'm calling for, like, hey, where's the garnish for this dish? And then I'm plating it, and I also have to have eyes on every single station to make sure that everything's going right. And so
that's intense.
So that's what a sous chef does. Under them, then you have your line cooks, your prep cooks, dishwashers, etc. But I don't like to say under or over. I mean, I know that it's always going to be somewhat hierarchical, but I've been dogged on so fucking hard. Mm-hmm.
I bet. I mean, the higher you up, the more responsibility you have.
And I've literally been like shamed, yelled at, pushed out of the way several times. I've never been. I mean, I once had a sauté pan thrown in my head, but that was
a what?
Way back when. A sauté pan, like a skillet.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Did it hit your head?
No, I have good reflexes.
Nice.
I'm a second-degree black belt. I have good reflexes.
In what?
Okinawan Kempo.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend I know what that means.
It's like the original karate.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
nice.
Like Shotokan, like way back when. Yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, so I don't want to become that chef that's yelling, but I also have very exacting standards because look, Blue Hood Stone Barns, best restaurant in the country. At Jean Georges I worked at, it was a 3 Michelin Star restaurant, and the thing is, I say that with a little bit of pride, but I also say that and remember how I would show up 2 hours early and leave 2 hours late, not getting paid, and still be like way behind every single day, getting yelled at.
Wow.
Every single second of every single day. Yeah, it was intense, and so that's part of the reason.
So you're trying to change that up, to trying to create, like, as a leader, exemplify, like, hey, I don't want to be a dick to you.
Yeah, right. And so I always
do certain things, but I'm not going to be an asshole.
Hopefully. Yeah. I mean, I always say, like, I mean, not like 3 strikes, but like, if someone fucks something up, then I'll say to them, hey, I don't know who showed you how to do this, but I'm going to show you how to do this. Yeah. And then like, once you do it, like, if it's a knife cut, then I say bring it to me. If it's a dish, then I'll say make sure you let me taste it. Yeah. If they fuck it up again, I'll say, hey, I know we went over this already. I'm going to show you it again. Okay? Just watch me do it. Yeah. All right? And then you're going to do one with me. If they fuck it up a third time, that's when I say, listen, we've already done this. Like, just step back for a sec. Watch me do it. Just watch. And then fourth time, that's when, you know, you pull them aside and give a talking to. But I don't want to let.
You're not going instantly like, I'm going to yell at you.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah. Because I have exacting standards, but I'm not going to, because I know that there's a lot of pressure in the kitchen. Yeah. But you can't because that's how you lose cooks. Yeah. And, you know, like, that's why you get high turnover rates. That's why in Austin there's it's really hard to find good, reliable cooks. That's why most of the stuff that I do right now is just me. Yeah. I mean, so I guess fast forward.
Are there any Michelin Star restaurants in Austin?
Sorry?
Are there any Michelin Star restaurants in Austin?
No. So Michelin is weirdly particular on where they...
So where is important?
It's, they only rate certain cities.
Really? That's weird.
So...
That's stupid.
It used to only be New York. Yeah. And then they started San Francisco, then LA, then Chicago. Oddly enough, Blue Hill at Stone Barns, which is James Beard, best restaurant in the country twice, best chef in the country twice. Nice. Because they're outside of New York City proper, they do not have a Michelin star. They deserve 3. Yeah. Absolutely.
How many? It's up to 5, right?
Only 3.
Only 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's a common misconception too, that people think they say, like, oh, a 5-star restaurant. The only thing that has 5 stars, Yelp, right? Yeah, Yelp, or there's something called the Goat Mio, which is an obsolete rating system. But Michelin. So if you have 0 Michelin stars, it doesn't mean you're bad. Yeah. If you have 1, it means you're phenomenal and worth your salt. 2 means that you also have your front and back of the house are great. 3 means it's worth flying to that country and that city to go. That's so Michelin is based on tires. Tires, exactly. But so the reason that the Michelin Guide came out was literally to entice people to rent cars and drive more.
That's crazy.
And then but that's why it's like, if something is 3 Michelin stars, it's worth
going there.
Going to a small town in Austria or wherever to go to one restaurant, because it's that, you know.
It's that good. Yeah.
So
so when are they doing Austin?
What's that?
When are they starting Austin?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I think I think there might be. I think there might be 2, maybe 3 that are willing, or that are worthy of stars, but it's such like a provincial, continental, shitty. I mean, I think Michelin's kind of going out of fashion now. Now people pay attention to, in the States, is James Beard. Worldwide is the San Pellegrino. Okay, they do like
that's
top 50.
The water.
Yeah,
sparkling water.
So they also have a a rating system. So Stone Barns was number 12. And then number 14 in the world. Okay. For best restaurants. Jean George was kind of up there, but either way,
this is still recording. We're good.
Yeah, it is? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're more than good. I'm just a little extra careful because one time I recorded half an interview. No. I'm just gonna actually check the phone just in case. Worst case scenario, we just have we're good.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay. I'm kind of blathering anyway.
No. It's just, like I just like it really really casual.
Same.
The best thing, I used to prepare questions, and I have some episodes that I'm re-releasing that I just prepared questions for. So people, who are listening know that sometimes the questions are prepared, but I prefer, I've switched to just talking in a casual basis about the subject, what this is all about, because it's just cooler to listen to a real conversation. You're not faking it. You're just having a conversation and being like, hey, you're interesting. Let me ask you questions about that.
Oh, no, I don't actually cook. Okay. This is all, I'm just an actor. Yeah. No,
Yeah, we're not supposed to tell them that though.
Oh crap, Mom. No, no. I like that. I like that format too because there's no pretension. I mean, like if you have any prepared questions, like near the end, if you wanted to like throw them out, but you're asking good questions, so I think we're
thanks.
I feel
Appreciate
good about it. Yeah. So so fast forward. So working at Locadoro. Locadoro means it means the goose of gold.
Ooh.
In Italian, yeah, La Oca is the
There's
goose,
a place. There's a place called the Golden Goose also here in Austin.
Yeah, I know. They tried to sue Locadoro when they first opened.
Nice.
And they were like, first of all, it's Italian. Second, technically, it's the goose of gold, not the golden goose. And third, you guys kind of suck.
Nice.
And so, like, it was they dropped it.
Yeah.
But so yes, they started as a catering company. The chef is Fiore Tedesco.
Okay. It's a very Italian name.
Fioravante Tedesco, which literally means...
Super Italian.
His name means a bouquet of flowers.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a character. He actually was the...
Does he act like a bouquet of flowers?
He wears a lot of pink, actually.
Nice.
I mean, like, you know, no, not like a gendered thing. He just he loves the color pink for some reason.
I can imagine an Italian dude having like salmon pink.
Oh yeah, no,
It's just like all salmon pink.
And he's I mean, you know, he's very passionate, and he overworks himself. But he is he's very talented, very dedicated to not just the food, but also to the rights of people. Like it's a safe, what's it called? Like a safe haven restaurant. I forget the term. But so he was the pit master. What would you say?
I said it's something.
Yeah. No, but it's like
safe space.
Yeah, something like that. Where like for people that like whether you're like if you're like an immigrant or if you're you know LGBTQ or whatever it's. But he was the pit master for Franklin at Franklin's.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that. Yeah,
for like 2.5 years.
Yeah. So what does pit master mean?
Pit master means like he's the one like controlling the fire.
Okay.
So the way that Franklin, I mean, especially with Franklin's brisket, because Franklin does. Excuse me. Franklin does his brisket is 4 ingredients. Well, 5, right? Brisket.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right? Salt.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Yeah.
Thyme.
Okay. Time as in time or as in time?
As in
this time.
As in a watch.
Okay, not as in thigh meat.
And fire.
Okay.
Yeah. No, literally it's salt and pepper on the brisket, and then the fire has to be exactly the right temperature at certain times, and he's got like
wow.
I don't even know how many, like 100, I think it's like 140 or something like that every day, and so he was running that for a while.
lot of briskets to cook.
Yeah, and so then he became kind of like a corporate, like his partner. Yeah, and then they decided to part ways amicably.
Yeah.
But so when Fio, his name's Fioravante, like I said.
You just call him Fio.
Yeah, Fio. So when Fio was opening Locadoro, Aaron Franklin built for him 2 Argentinian-style grills.
Oh, shit.
Which they have like a crank.
Yeah.
Right? Whereby you lower the grates down to fire so you can have so you have your fire started on like the back right and back left. You scoop coals in, and then you can control the fire like this instead of like turning a knob. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing. Also at Locadoro, everything's made in house except for a couple imported cheeses, but like all the charcuterie. A lot of almost all the cheeses, all sorts of fermented and pickled things. They make bread and pasta,
all in house
every day.
Oh, that's cool.
With everything's local.
How do you
grains.
make a profit on that? That's crazy.
With great difficulty. And that's the thing. And so I have a similar dream. Not. I mean, in a different way, but we'll get to bagels.
A Brooklyn
bagels.
deli.
Yeah.
It's like a Brooklyn deli here.
Well, that's gonna be a stepping stone, I think, for me. It's just for me, like, I love the idea of using everything locally and making everything in house, but it's really difficult because your labor costs are out the ass. You're paying top dollar for premium ingredients, and which means that your cooks have to give a shit because, like, if you. There was actually one day where I don't know who was responsible for what, but there was we would get in whole pigs and break them down and make charcuterie and braises and this and this and
it's
this.
not the tail.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and but I guess something went wrong with like everything. It was like a crazy cacophony, and I was like choked up because not just because we disappointed Fio, not just because we didn't have the product to serve the next or following day, but because that pig is like
it's wasted.
I mean, maybe it'll go into a family meal. Maybe it'll go. Hopefully get composted if that. But still, it's a waste, and it's just kind of it's humbling to see like he was angry, but it was also like like I don't know if you ever had your dad or your mom look at you and be like, "I'm disappointed." That's how
I hate that.
Because he's like we had it out because I had my ego and so did he, but I felt like I disappointed
felt like a lot of shame.
Yeah, and then that's why like everything I cook, I always am like I'm so sad if something gets wasted. Like even if I really late at night. After work, I'm like, I just want like some dumplings or pizza. I'm like, but I know I got this stuff at the farmer's market yesterday and I cooked it, and if I don't eat it tonight, it's probably not going to be good tomorrow.
Yeah.
I not to say that I'm that I always do, but I really try to just respect the ingredients, and that's something that I learned at Stonebarns, but also something that Fio taught me because everything was local, and he was still is so invested in the food, in the experience. And so that was a seminal experience for me here. Then I went to work at Lenoir, which is it's in a converted house, also a highly rated restaurant, and does kind of really interesting, like what he calls it's like hot weather food. So like when he moved here, he was like, I don't want to eat brisket when it's hot outside.
Yeah,
and so he cooks food of the same latitude. As latitude, latitude.
It's latitude.
I was
longitude is the long.
It's top to bottom. Yeah, okay.
Yep, and then latitude.
So similar latitudes. Yeah, so he'll do like some Mexican stuff, Indian, Southeast Asian.
Okay.
Like
same latitude as Austin.
Because exactly. And think about it. Like in every other country, what do you eat when it's hot outside? You eat things that have acidity and a little bit of sweetness, a lot of herbs, spicy, but kind of light. So, and so that was cool. I was there for a little bit, and then I went to Odd Duck, and then that's
that one's supposed to be really good.
Odd Duck, it's great. I mean, that's the same owner of Barley Swine, and it was great. But it just that was the experience that really, for me, I was finally, because I've been thinking about it for years. I was finally like, this is the same thing I've been doing. Starting at the bottom, working my way up really quickly, and then still being under someone else's rubric. And so I bounced, and that's when I started. So to the bread. So I was so excited when I finally quit. I was like,
ready for your own thing.
I was like, all right, the world is my burrito. I can do anything I want. Oh crap! What am I actually gonna do now? To like I know I have my dream. There are several, years down the road, but what the hell am I going to do now to make money and make a name for myself? Mm-hmm. And so I chose the stupidest decision, which was to make bread. It's something I've always wanted to learn.
Yeah.
But I had maybe 3 days of it in culinary school. Mm. And so my girlfriend, she does a lot of bread work. She's also a chef. Mm. And she makes fantastic bread. And so she gave me her recipe, kind of talked me through it. We were going to make it together, but she got called into work the next day. Mm. So I made it myself. And to be perfectly honest, it was okay.
I love your reaction. It's okay.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't great.
Yeah. It's just all right.
And I knew it, and I don't really believe in fear, but I was like almost shaking. I was so nervous because I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want to disappoint my family.
Yeah,
I didn't want to disappoint myself.
Yeah.
So I made it, and it was like. So then I spent the next week literally just holed up in my room.
Yeah.
Taking notes, watching videos, reading recipes, writing recipes. So a week later, I made what I'd extrapolated from her recipe, 2 other recipes, and then my research. So I made the bread, sourdough, and the starter was actually from Fiore. It's a 30, I think it's 35 or 36 years old now.
Wow.
And
the actual material,
the starter.
What's that?
So when you make sourdough
the
bread,
yeast.
Sourdough bread, the way you do it is, you start it with either ambient yeast or with yeast, flour and water.
Yeah.
And then every day you have to add more flour and water, and you often will toss some of the starter, and so it just keeps developing, and getting more sour and more interesting, depending on where it is, where it's sitting. Just natural yeasts in the air, and it changes, and it's a living thing.
Yeah.
It's a culture,
It's cool.
like if you were to keep a yogurt starter or creme fraiche, or it's a mother, like with vinegar. So I kept keeping it alive, begging her to teach me. She taught me. I fucked it up, and then so a week later, after I was beating my head in and staying up all night, reading everything. I made my version of it. And so she comes home about an hour after it came out of the oven, which is perfect. Because the bread's got to sit for a little bit to finish cooking through, cool down a little so it's not too soft. And so she kind of looks at it, gives it like a little tap, cuts into it, smells it, looks at the crumb, takes a bite. She just goes, "Fuck you, man." And I'm like, I know, okay, all right, I know. Maybe I didn't listen. I was trying to do, just tell me, what did I do wrong? And she was like, "No, it's really good." And I was like, "Wait, what?" What?
Yeah.
And so that was like the first moment where I realized, like, maybe I can do this bread thing.
Yeah.
And then I started to get more into it and make different types. And then so the second seminal moment in the bread making was so now we're at bagels. the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yes. 2 hairy Jews talking about bagels.
Oh God! It's funny. I actually always tell myself, I was like, I don't want to make Jewish food because my family, it's weird. I'm like the black sheep.
Yeah.
I have, I guess my grandma used to cook, but she died.
You can move it maybe over here, or
yeah.
just because the thing is, I'm gonna look at the audio later and I'll fix it. But It's kind of like this, and so I imagine they'll get a little bit, less direct.
Right.
So you can move your arm or like put your arm in a more, do whatever you need to do.
How's this? Is this good?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get lavaliers, so next time you come on, it'll be a lot easier. You don't even have to worry about it. But right now, I don't.
Oh, I don't worry. I gesticulate.
Yeah.
So the only relatives that really cooked, like my mom used to cook when I was real little, but
yeah,
my old man, he could make a couple things, and my grandma, the only one that really actually kind of cooked.
Yeah.
She died the year I was born. Never met her.
Oh no.
And then I have an aunt who could be a good cook, but she doesn't use salt.
She doesn't use salt at all?
I convinced her to use some, but
I convinced her to use some. What? Do you think she's gonna get a heart attack or what?
But I have no words.
Maddie, I'm gonna get a heart attack if I use too much salt.
Matthew, it's funny actually. She's the one that tried to correct me. We were talking about we're talking about food, and I mentioned ricotta, right?
Okay.
And I know that in proper Italian, it's pronounced ricotta.
Yeah, ricotta.
Yeah, right. But she says, "Oh no, it's rigat." And I was like,
Oh fuck.
And I was like, I just kind of looked at her, and I was like, "No, it's not." And she was like, "It's rigat." And I'm like. And then I went off, and we've never really like had it out about anything.
Yeah,
but this is the one time we like kind of. So I was like,
"Who went to culinary school here?"
Well, not even. Yeah. Not even. I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah, I did it. I graduated top of my class. I was a goddamn class speaker, but like, no. Here's the thing. She's a fucking Jew raised in Brooklyn, trying to correct someone about speaking an Italian word, right? And I was like, okay, first of all, the word is actually ricotta, which that is not, because that's actually farmer's cheese, which you have right there. It's not ricotta, because ricotta means twice cooked in Italian. Number two, rigat is actually a bastardization of the Napolitano dialect of Italian, whereby they pronounce things like mozzarella and rigat, and also you're not fucking Italian.
Yeah.
And I like she's pretty like she's got a little edge to her, but she kind of was like,
oh. It's like me telling my Indian friend, "Hey, it's tikka masala."
yeah, or like
something like that.
It's halal. It's Hala,
no, don't do that.
I had another friend who did a lot of people in like
Hanukkah.
Jersey, yeah, right,
yeah, in
Jersey and Boston will say all pasta is macaroni.
What?
That is
heinous.
It's a thing. It's the bastardization of the food.
But have you seen Texaroni?
Texaroni? I don't think so.
They have Texaroni here.
I know rice-aroni.
You know what Texaroni is, though?
No.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh. Terrible?
No, it's great.
Oh,
it's just like in the shape of Texas.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, terrible.
I was like, oh, is there like some like Chipotle?
No, it's just like macaroni, but in the shape of Texas.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I remember like Kraft's mac and cheese. We would have like the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I never liked those though. It's not. See that's something I learned at Locador. Like I've cooked pasta for Mario Batali. I've cooked pasta for. I've cooked the pasta. I consider myself an excellent pasta cook.
Okay.
My pasta making skills are no, but I'm saying cooking. Cooking of.
So now we're talking about making.
Yeah, the making of pasta I am quite good at. But cooking of pasta I crush because I understand. Yeah. Because I understand like certain noodles want certain sauces, want certain cooking times.
Let me check the phone again just make sure it's on.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't know what the battery's like. We're good.
I'm still on over here.
Yeah, good. I just want to like double check, triple check. I don't want to make a mistake. This is an awesome conversation.
Yeah.
Talking about. I love how you have the mannerisms of smoking when you don't have a cigarette in your mouth.
Do I?
Yeah, you're like.
Oh yeah.
I just keep noticing you're doing that as if you're blowing out smoke.
No, it's not a smoking thing. It's I've had facial takes for
Before you smoked?
Since I was like 5.
Oh, I thought it was just to show you used to smoke and that you're just like blowing out smoke.
No. It's just like a weird like I'll do this sometimes. I'll do this. Yeah.
That was so funny. I was like,
I know. And now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
You fucked it up.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not a smoking thing though.
All right.
But regardless.
Talking about pasta.
Yeah. So.
And making pasta.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So each pasta needs to be cooked differently, which is why I never liked the Rugrats shaped or whatever shape because
you're a cook.
It's cute. Well, but this is before that. I was like, it's cute, but even then, I knew that it just didn't have the right bite to it.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's fucking Kraft mac and cheese.
Didn't feel right.
Yeah, but
because it's only for like sellability, not for actual taste.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, there was a dish I remember at Locadoro.
Yeah.
We had this carbonara, and
what is carbonara?
So carbonara is a traditional Roman dish.
Okay.
Whereby you take traditionally it's guanciale, but we made our own pancetta.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend like I know what that is.
Yeah. Well, I'll break it down. Okay, so
right.
So if I'm a pig.
Yeah.
So this is the jowl
right
here, and that's what makes guanciale. This portion right here.
Right.
And so we would make our own guanciale, but it would only last for so long.
Yeah.
And then we would take half. We would make bacon for brunch, and then the other half of the pig, the other half of the belly.
So where's the bacon? Is like the butt, right?
Bacon? No, bacon's belly.
Oh.
Bacon and pancetta are belly.
Okay, I fucking love bacon. I'm a horrible Jew.
But are you kidding me? I make my own bacon.
Nice.
And I put it on top of a burger where I make the cheese myself.
Nice.
So it's bacon, cheese, and meat.
Yeah, I think you got me beat. Although I do have a bunch of.
And I say a Hail Mary when I serve it. No.
Nice. Nice.
Even I'm not that bad of a Jew.
And pray to Jesus.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of congealed beef tallow mixed with bacon fat. Some fat that I cook with. I cook almost everything with that.
You buy it or
no? I just cook beef and I cook bacon and then
save it.
I save the fat. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna throw that away. It's good for you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I have probably 7 different types of fat in my
nice.
Stupid, but it's not stupid. It's great, but I literally I don't have room in my fridge for food.
Yeah, it's all fat.
Well, no, it's fat. It's
from work?
Pickles, it's ferments.
Oh, you don't have work anymore.
It's pickled chilies. Yeah. It's starters. It's doughs. It's I literally if I have leftovers from last night, if I don't eat them today and I get different food today, tomorrow I won't have room for all of it. Because it's just rows upon rows of labeled and dated fermented chilies and hot sauces.
Have you thought about selling those with your bagels or putting some of those in your bagels or something?
Blah 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 blah. Bread. I made the bread. Yeah. Okay. We're almost there. Back to basics. I mean bagels.
Back it up. Excuse me. Sorry about the farting.
No, yeah, we're fine.
I don't know if the microphones picked it up, but now they know.
I hope so. It better. Right. So I started experimenting with breads after my girlfriend gave me the kind of
this is good.
You have something.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a little butthurt.
Because you're better than her?
I didn't say that.
Why else would she be butthurt?
I didn't say that. She's watching. No,
she probably will watch. Out of support for you.
Yeah, she probably won't.
Okay. Not this far in. We're 45 minutes in. Longest interview so far.
Oh, I have awesome. 45 and a half. We should resync.
Just delete it. It's gone. It's wrong. I'm just going to see how much battery we have. Battery! Where?
It's okay. I think we're nearing the.
No, we're fine. We don't have to. We end when it.
We're approaching the we're almost at the apex.
All right,
and then we'll have a wind down.
Don't tell me how to do my podcast.
So what you do?
All right. So you're doing the breads.
And then, okay. So experiment with breads, and then
Yeah.
I love bagels. I always have. I don't think it's because of the Jewish heritage. I think I just fucking love bagels, and I love cream cheese. Like late at night, I would just fucking like sometimes I just buy half a dozen bagels and just dip it and just eat it. Like no toasting, no nothing.
Hummus, butter. What would you put on it?
Oh, cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
I mean,
flavored or just regular?
Regular.
Okay.
Although I like to add sometimes a little bit of like a fermented hot sauce to it.
Ooh.
And I I make some flavored stuff. Like I actually make my own cream cheese from scratch. Like scratch. Like
Damn.
Like local cream, local milk.
Wow.
Cultures and whatnot. And
That's
the
awesome.
problem is, well, we'll get to the problem in a sec. So I made my first batch of bagels.
Yeah.
They've gotten significantly better since.
Okay.
But my old man, my dad, I told him when I first started kind of seriously cooking like 10 years ago. I told him, hey, like don't fucking pull punches. Mm-hmm. And he's pretty straight up. I mean, sometimes he'll. Whatever, but
what do you mean by don't pull punches?
Like, if there's something that can be improved, tell me later. Like, enjoy the food, and then later be like, all right, like what, like was it not crispy enough?
Okay.
Did it need more salt? Did it?
It's just not now, but later.
Yeah.
I mean, constructively.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I say that is because back then I was a lot more. Self-conscious, and now I'm just more self-critical.
Yeah.
But so
making yourself better is a good thing.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, look, it's all about the pursuit of perfection. If you ever think that you've achieved perfection, then you failed.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, enjoying where you not like being an asshole to yourself.
Well, I mean, look, what's life without a little self-doubt? I mean, look, to be a cook, you have to be a little masochistic.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's crucial because not only are we all dirtbags, but I'll speak for myself. But,
sure.
But it's important to, prize your art or your craft or whatever you're doing in life.
Sure.
For me, food, to always say, what could I have done better? What the hard part is to say, you did a good job, and then say, how can I improve it? And that's a hard line to toe. But
it's so still have the desire to be better, but not be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, not be like mired in self-deprecation.
Yeah,
rather. Be proud of a relative accomplishment and then say, all right, how can I reach the next echelon of my, of my passion?
Yeah.
So, my old man, he eats this first batch of bagel. Well, he didn't eat the whole batch, but
so he's really hungry that day. He smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah, right. Well, he goes, Matt, that's the best bagel I've ever had.
Wow.
Mind you, he's raised as an Orthodox Jew in New Jersey, New York.
Fucking crazy. That's where the best bagels in the world are.
Well,
except for yours, obviously.
Well, you'll see. What's today? Monday.
Yes, Monday.
You'll see on Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that you get some.
Yes. Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. I love poppy seed, by the way.
I was just about to say, what would you want? I usually
poppy seed is my favorite.
Poppy?
Yeah. All right. Fucking love poppy. This with some butter. That's it. Toasted with some butter.
No cream cheese?
I don't like cream cheese. The schmear's good, but not the regular cream cheese.
All right, I'm out of here.
Bye. Nice to meet you. Walk home.
No, I'll give you some. Actually, I'll give you. You know what?
What?
Monday. Okay, great. I'll make butter.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I make
excited.
my own butter.
I'm excited.
So what I do is I take cream.
Nice.
And I add a little bit of my homemade buttermilk to it.
Okay.
I let it sit for 2 days to make creme fraiche, and then I whip it until it breaks and then becomes butter. And then I just squeeze it, let it hang, and you have cultured butter. And then I'll add like whatever I want to it.
Shit.
Add definitely salt, definitely a little bit of honey, and then whatever herbs.
You do whatever you want to it. I'm gonna let you be the chef.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
for
welcome.
allowing me, sir. Actually, I heard David Bowie refused, may he rest in pieces.
Yes.
He refused knighthood. Which I thought was
Jesus, there's going to be Sir David Bowie.
Uh-huh.
Why did he refuse?
I don't know. I didn't look into it. It was
too much of a rocket man.
Stupid. Yeah. Right.
Wait, is that Elton John?
No, that's Elton John. Yeah.
Fuck. No.
Ziggy.
No.
Ziggy Stardust. Is that what you're thinking of?
It's just gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown bring me round again to find.
Not the man I used to be at home.
Oh, no, that's Elton John.
That is Elton John.
But there's a David
I'm a
Bowie
rockin'
song.
man.
Yeah.
You're thinking of either Moon Age Daydream or Ziggy Stardust, where it's this is Major Tom.
Yeah, that one. This is Major Tom, the ground control.
You're in the dark.
It's a fucking awesome song. I love that song. It's about Apollo 13.
Tonight. Anyway,
I don't know the words to that song except for
Yeah,
Major
I
Tom.
got it, yeah,
This
yeah.
is ground control to Major Tom. I don't know the rest. That's it. Actually, I can look it up.
no, it's okay. Don't worry. I brought my karaoke mic.
We did.
I
I told you we were going to do impromptu karaoke.
There you go. Excuse me. Sorry.
So bagels, Dad.
So he says, Matt, these are the best bagels I ever had. And I was like, shut up. And he goes, Matthew, which means he's serious.
He's not just joking.
Yeah, he's not angry, but he's serious.
Yeah.
When he's angry, he's
he's angry that you're not taking his compliment.
He goes, Matthew, stop it, because I'm annoying. But he's Matthew. These are the best fucking bagels I've ever had in my entire life. And I was like, oh. So that was the second seminar moment where I was like, okay, I could pursue this.
Yeah.
And then I realized that this town has a big vacuum. There's a couple places that are producing some sourdough bread of quality. Mm-hmm. In no small part due to my girlfriend, but
nice. Props to her.
Yeah,
give a shout out.
No, indeed. Yeah.
Or if she doesn't.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, either way, her name's Cato Grande. She's love my life.
Nice.
And no, she's got the hands of a nona. Like an Italian grandmother. Not that her hands look like it, but she just...
You're digging yourself a hole. Stop.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, like, right. She's like, see, like, she was, like, both of her grandmothers actually were cooks.
Oh, wow.
Like, professional cooks.
Yeah, it's a family
and I didn't have that. And what I learned from her kind of was, like, I like things to be very controlled, but I also appreciate rusticity.
What's rusticity?
Like the quality of something being rustic.
Okay.
Of like
fucking handmade books and shit.
Like cucina povera, which is impoverished cuisine, meaning like, like why is prosciutto a thing? Why is ham a thing? Why is pepperoni? Why is
one meatball
cheese
for a family? Like
right. And why does that happen? Because people were poor, and that's all they had to do, and that's all they and they didn't have refrigeration, and so they were forced to do these things like, all right, if I put a shitload of salt on this pig that we shared within our whole town, then I can save it for this long.
Yep.
But it's also the practiced hands of someone for 80, but she has those hands, and she taught me like I changed the technique to suit myself, but like most people don't fold bread like she does, and so I use that technique, and that's important to me.
Cool.
But it's
you have many teachers.
It's important. No, it's 150 times, 150 folds. I do 151 because
one for good luck.
Well, Mew.
Good point.
Pokemon joke.
Good point. I was a fucking Pokemon nerd when I was a kid. Look who you're talking to, sir.
Yeah, Mew and Mewtwo, right? Meow. So after that moment where my dad said that, I was like, okay, there's a vacuum in this town for it. Also, you can't find, to risk fucking alien, whatever. Fucking Nervous Charlies that just jumped up, not great. Rockstar, Holy
Shots
Bagel,
fired.
they're not good, right?
They're coming after you.
And honestly, like, an Easy Tiger, who supplies to most restaurants in town, my baguettes are better. My pretzels are better than theirs. And that's not me being cocky, that's just me being forthright, upfront, honest. Like I can taste my food, and I will always criticize it. I will taste other people's food, and I will always criticize it internally. That is.
Yeah, sure.
But it's
because you're a cook.
Because I'm a cook, because I have pride, and I also like, you know what? Like I can be objective.
Yeah.
I mean, I will definitely be jealous and if something's better, self-deprecating if it's not.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be petty about it, and I'm also not gonna be unrealistic. And I think
you're gonna be honest with yourself.
Yeah, and I know that like. I make better donuts than Lucy's. I make better pretzels and baguettes than Easy Tiger. I make better sourdough than Thoroughbred. And
these are all Austin places, by the way.
Yes,
people who are watching from outside or listening from outside.
For everyone listening,
the camera's over there.
For everyone listening, thank you, thank you. The camera loves me. No,
it does. It does. You're natural on the camera.
But the thing is, so now that so then I went bread crazy every single night. I literally 3 nights a week would just stay up all night reading about it, making bread. And it almost pisses me off sometimes when someone's like, even if they mention like, oh, like pita, and I'm like, ah, crap, now I have to make pita bread.
Like what other kinds of bread are there?
I became obsessed.
Have you ever thought about making like banana bread and stuff like that?
Oh, my chocolate chip banana bread.
Nice.
Blow your mind. Oh yeah. It's actually based on my mom's recipe.
Nice.
I just changed it a tiny little bit. And it was just and she's like, how, why? And it's just little things. It's like, you know, I mean, and we'll get into it because that'll be a time another podcast.
Yeah, we could. We don't just have to stick at one.
Yeah, for sure. But just to kind of wrap it up a little bit. So I realized I had something.
Yes.
And then I kind of opened I had too much bread on my hands. Not the worst problem, but I literally had a freezer full of bread. I had breadcrumbs, enough breadcrumbs and croutons for the fucking Armageddon.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll give it to my Airbnb guests. All right, and then they had enough.
And I was this in Austin or in...
Yeah. This is here.
Oh shit, you have an Airbnb?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, in my last place.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'll give it to my neighbors. Shit, I still have too much. All right, I'll give it to like the homeless guys that hang around like the 7-Eleven and still too much. So I just started to I would just bring bread with me.
Just give to
like
people.
Whatever I had. No, like
nice.
I go to get juice. I go to the liquor store.
I'll get there at some point with my fucking books.
Yeah, I would just I literally would just bring it with me and be like. And not that I was exchanging, but you know, I mean, they treated me well, and that's how I got my first gig with my first de facto food trailer. And then parlayed that into the farmers market, and I've been on and off just because of health stuff. But,
where would people see you at the farmers market if they wanted to?
Right, that's
give some plugs.
So the Sunset Valley Farmers Market every Saturday. You can be there from about 10 to 1:30.
Okay.
And I'll be selling. So right now, I have
10 to 1:30 is Saturday, Sunset Valley Farmers Market.
Indeed, yeah. And so I always will have at least 24 everything bagels, and then I'll have 24 of other varied things. I'll have, half a dozen plain, half a dozen sesame, half a dozen poppy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Best.
And also, I make cinnamon raisin. I dry my own cinnamon, and I make my own raisins.
Ceylon or the other kind.
It's not Ceylon. And it's not Cassia either. I can't.
It's a third kind.
I can't parse that. No, there's.
I thought there's only 2 kinds.
Oh, believe me, a
persimmon. But
a persimmon's not a persimmon. You know what I mean? There's a million types of everything. I can't find the word in my brain right now. But
I only know Ceylon and then Cassia.
Cassia, which is a relative, but not technically a cinnamon. But either way, it's all bark.
Yeah.
So I'll always have those. I'll always have anywhere from, depending on if people pre-order, 3 to 6 loaves of sourdough, anywhere from 6 to 12 baguettes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will often have pretzels, depending. I mean, if someone orders it, I'll make a bunch. If no one does, I might not. But also, I just got gluten-free certified.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean,
all of it's gluten-free or just some of it?
No. I just I am certified to be able to produce it.
Okay.
So you know how conditions. Yeah. I mean, it's a pain in the ass.
Like a separate oven or something.
It's Well, you broil it. I deep clean the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
Like I use industrial degreaser.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass, but I have friends that are actually celiac.
Yeah. And
I hate the gluten-free craze. I think it's ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah.
But it is a great way for people to recognize me, and it's also beneficial. And the thing is,
following the zeitgeist can get you extra attention for free.
Extra attention for free, true, but also, and actually, this is something I heard on a different podcast. Not to say that this isn't the best podcast there is, but
you didn't.
Well, we'll see.
With you, it'll be the best podcast.
Well, paso a paso,
Yeah.
One step at a time. But he was saying that even if, there's a lot of people that are just hopping on the gluten-free bandwagon, you know what that does? That provides a great avenue for people that actually do need it.
Yes.
So
true.
So when I was saying before, I used to, I still do, but bring my products just around, spread the word with my business cards, whatever, but mostly just kind of to, hey, look, here's some bread. Eat it.
Yeah.
It's food. Please.
Yeah.
And it, that happened to, somewhat catapult me. But so the liquor store that I went to in my neighborhood, my friend works there, celiac. And I didn't know that. And so I would just bring bread. And then finally he was like, oh, I can't. I'm celiac. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad. I've been bringing so much shit here, you can't eat any of it. So then I committed myself, and I did a fuck ton of research, and brought him a loaf, and gave it to him. Left, came back a couple days later, and he was like, holy shit! I've never had at a restaurant, at a store, frozen, not frozen anywhere. This is by far the best.
Wow!
And he was like, we need this.
Yeah. And
so I got certification. So
nice.
I'm gonna bring 3 loaves of.
It's inspiring as fuck.
It's important to help.
You didn't know how to make bread. I thought the inspiring part of it is you made your first batch and it sucked, and then you made for a week you just kept trying to make it and it sucked, and then finally you did it. I think that's inspiring as fuck.
No, thank you. I mean, it's a labor of labor, but it's also it's my passion, and I don't like people to be disappointed. I also don't want to disappoint myself. And at the end of the day, sure, I'd love to see my name in lights. I'd love to be, everyone knows my name. Yeah. But that's not the impetus. The impetus is to make people happy.
But that's what's going to get you there anyway.
But that's the thing. People forget that.
Yeah.
Kids go to culinary school and they're like.
I forget that sometimes. Sometimes I'm I don't really care. Sometimes I forget to focus on the quality of my stuff. It's human,
I've done it where I'm I was super in the weeds trying to make way too much bread on my own, and I was kind of just doing it, and I
good.
I smushed some of the dough and fucked some of it up, and then I didn't serve it, but I was disappointed in myself. And I was like, no, you're not doing this to churn out product.
Yep.
You're not doing this to get your name out there. You're doing this to make people happy. And if you forget that, or if I forget that, then that's when the food suffers.
Yeah. It's a really good point.
Sir, 1 second.
All right.
Ma.
I'll cut this out.
Everything okay?
Everything's fine, yeah.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Please do.
All right.
Sorry.
Glad she's all right.
Thank you. Anyway, so the gluten-free bread, and then last time I was at the market, which was I think 2 weeks ago, and I will be there every Saturday, starting again this Saturday.
Nice.
And then transitioning to the downtown market at
4th and Guadalupe.
Republic Square. What's it called?
Yeah, Republic Square Market.
Thank you.
That's on Saturdays. I think
the first
like
time
around the same time.
yeah. And so,
Have you applied to that yet?
it's the same. So it's all under the umbrella of the sustainable.
How do I apply to that? Because I would fuck. Oh, but they also do like handmade stuff, right? Like they'd probably be down for this.
Yeah. They do. So
the dues
I'll
for
give
that?
I'll give you the contact info.
Please. I'm getting into craft markets around here.
Yeah, and then also, like I said, you should get in contact with my sis.
Yeah.
She's. I mean, I'll show you some.
Sure.
After this, because
yeah, we can wrap it up now. That was a great time.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna start doing gluten-free bagels and stuff like that. I've sold out almost everything every weekend, so come early.
Yeah.
And
come early. The Sunset Valley Market, and then soon at the Republic Square.
Yeah, and if people are interested, my website, which is
I'll put it in the description
it's up.
too.
It's been up. I need to update it a little bit, to be honest, but it's ellipsis. That's ELLIPSIS eats.com.
Ellipsis
as
eats.
in ... You know, because it's always to be continued. Because everything can always get better. You can check out my mainstay products, and there's also a space where you can order either custom things, or you could do a subscription for a certain number of bread or bagels.
EllipsisEats.com.
Ellipsis Eats. You can check out my Instagram. That's at etc as in etc _eats. And my name's Matt Sporer, and this has been the Creators Guild podcast. Trying to take over my podcast, sir. But yes, this has been an awesome conversation. I want to thank you for coming. Oh, it's my pleasure, man. I mean,
Appreciate it.
it's cool to be able to vent, and also to talk with other people that are passionate about what I'm interested in, passionate about their stuff, and want to have kind of a forum to exchange ideas, share, and just have a conversation on the level. So
you're a passionate person that's doing what you want to do.
No, I'm not.
You're a great actor, at least. And I want more people like that in the world. I want to share that by example. Because, I mean, nobody's going to be like, I'm making books because my daddy told me I had to. You're going to make books because you want to. Nobody's telling me to do this. And I think there should be more people doing things that they want to do, like making bagels. Like, your dad didn't make you make bagels. Nobody made you make bagels.
Oh, no. And in fact, most of my family is like, oh, so you're a chef now? You're making a lot of money? And I'm like, oh, no, you don't get it. And then I spend hours making them a beautiful meal, and they're like, well, now the kitchen's all dirty, and then just what? Is it one piece of fish? Like, what is this? And I'm like, okay, glad I wasted my time, but I'm okay with being a black sheep, because I got 3 bags full.
I've been there. I used to be like that, and then I would be 3 bags full. I used to be the black sheep, and then I think my family realized that they weren't going to change me. So now they begrudgingly like, oh, it's the artist of the family, woohoo.
Yeah, no, my immediate family.
I think they're proud of me.
I hope they are. And my immediate family is proud.
I hope so.
I mean, I used to be the black sheep, but then I spent too much goddamn time in the kitchen, and I'm a vampire. So what do you?
Nice. Well, it's been real. We'll have a conversation on the way home. And you can follow him at ellipsiseats.com. Go to projectunchained.com for this shindig. And there's a launch giveaway right now, which will be just this book.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. You didn't know. This is the book I'm giving away for the launch giveaway. I also have a video. I'll link the video and the launch giveaway deets in the episode description. And on
very
YouTube.
cool handmade books.
He likes them. Ciao.